Hi everybody, it's Michelle here again with birthuhura. Here at birthuhura, I am a full spectrum plant-based holistic doula and an advocate for all things safe, natural, and effective. Here on this channel, we discuss all things pregnancy, birth, and womb health related. So if you guys like the content, if you like what you hear on the channel, please be sure to subscribe. Today's topic is going to be about condoms and why they are completely harmful to the vagina and the womb. I just want to start by saying that I did do a previous video on the things that should not go into the vagina, and condoms was one of them. But this specific video is going to be really in on condoms because I recently did a post on my Facebook, which you can find at Michelle Holistic Doula, where I asked, women's experience with condoms, and what I saw was really disheartening, and I just want to discuss that today. Before I even start discussing that, let's talk about what's in condoms. Condoms can contain anything between dyes, sugars, preservatives. It can contain spermicides. They have carcinogenic ingredients in it. They can contain so many different types of harsh ingredients, local anesthesia, local anesthetics. It's just a plethora of things that are in the common or more popular brands that we don't often give enough attention to, and then we wonder why we are left uncomfortable. And now I want to correlate a lot of the ingredients with what is happening to women who are using condoms. And just bear with me real quick while I go to the post where all of the women have commented. So here's my question. My question was, what has been your experience with condoms? Do they irritate you? Are you allergic? Do you get rashes? Are they uncomfortable, or do they not bother you at all? I want to read off some of the responses from this post, and then I want to share my thoughts. I'm not going to read anybody's names because I don't want to, invade anybody's privacy. So I'm just going to read the answers to you. So the first one says, this is TMI because you are my blank. First time I ever had sex, I asked my boyfriend, who is now my child's father, to wear one because it was my first time and I was scared of bleeding on him. Needless to say, it irritated me so bad. He kept telling me that they are not good and they'll mess my pH balance up or cause an infection. My skin was so inflamed, and he just threw the whole box away. Next one. I feel like I get a rash and it is very irritating. The next one is I'm allergic to spermicide. The next one is throws my pH off each time I did, and it gives me BV. I hate them. They make me itch, literally. There's one person who says they never really bother me, but if I'm being honest, I've not had multiple sex partners, and I use natural family planning method, so I don't really prefer to use them. I have a lot of friends who are allergic to them, though. One of my friends called me one night to come over and look, and it was definitely a rash. She found out she was allergic to latex from that night. I felt so bad for her because she was in extreme pain. We can't use them. They cause a ton of irritation and burning for me. I'm allergic. They are uncomfortable and I'm allergic. They irritate me and flare me up. The spermicide does the same thing. It's the worst feeling ever. I don't have a real problem with them, but I don't like them because they don't feel good. I have to use a non-latex brand. I can only use a non-latex brand. The latex ones gives me problems. Now, I want to go into this one because I asked her, when you say you use when you say you can use them, are you saying that they are enjoyable, or are you saying that they don't give you any problems at all? She says they are tolerable but not enjoyable. But I don't have any other problems like with regular, just mainly irritation. I'm allergic to latex. The next one, they don't bother me. I've had one encounter where we had to change the type of condoms and the brand we used, and that was kind of irritating. Other than that, I'm pretty fine with them. The next one says bare skin condoms only. I used to get irritated and think I was allergic, but those are nice. You barely feel them. I went to say I tried them, but they don't agree with me. And she says, do I use a lubricant or coconut oil? I just don't use them. I'm in the, committed relationship. I'm not having sex with 1,000 people, so I don't use them. The next one says, I am going to look into creating a safer alternative. That was by me. Next one says, I hated them. Next one said, I swell up so bad from the latex. The other rubber material they use, I don't feel anything. And it makes me dry up. The next one says, I'm very sensitive to latex. Even too much of the gloves when working with my hands breaks me out. They irritate me and they mess up my pH. The next one says, never liked them. I never liked the smell, but I don't get allergic reactions. But they are very, but I'm very, very careful with having natural sex. And basically saying that she is abstinent because she needs to find a trusting partner, which I advocate for. I used to get very itchy and I feel like it burns. Good thing I've been with the same man for almost 6 years, so I don't have that problem anymore. The next one says, we have a love-hate relationship. I'm celibate right now, so they are not needed. I'm not sure if I'm allergic, but I do know that it itches me for days. It burns, and like someone said above, it's almost impossible to enjoy yourself because you focus on the gross smell or the constant irritating feeling it has. The next one says, they feel awful, then I do end up irritated. The next one says, they are uncomfortable and they dry you out. This is a lot. This is a lot to unpack. I'm going to go over to another post where someone shared the post with their village, and I'm going to read off to you what they are saying on the other post. First one says, I hate them, but will use if necessary. I just hate when my poom smell like rubber. Thankfully, I'm celibate now. This one says, condoms make the sex smell like AutoZone. Wow. I need to find a brand that won't irritate the coochie, so I just don't use it. My vagina feels so weird after the fact. I'm not allergic to latex, but I'm uncomfortable for a couple of days, even when I soak. I mean, I don't mind them, but raw feels better. I haven't used them in years. They tend to dry me out and make me itch afterwards. Yes, they irritate me and I'll use them, but once I'm with someone, them shits gone with the wind. They don't irritate me as much as my kids does sometimes. Okay, I get the joke. Basically, she'd rather use them than to have another child. But some irritation, obviously. This one says, not really a bother. I can't use regular latex condoms because I'm allergic. I have to use the polyurethane, but they make sex feel like a blah. I don't like them. They irritate me every time. I'm bothered by magnums. They irritate the hell out of me. Irritates me too much. Currently get the club shot up back to back. I'm highly allergic to latex. Skin is pretty decent on non-latex, non-spermicide ones like gloves, condoms, and certain toys are highly irritating. Itchy, rash, and I swell. And I get yeast infections. I'll be honest, condoms bothered my cat, especially if they were magnums. When I first started having sex, I would use them and it would just really irritate me When me and my boyfriend first started dating, every time we would have sex, I would bleed afterwards and I would feel really irritated. I thought I was dying and had something going on. Went to the OBGYN, told me I was probably dehydrated and should drink more water. Did that and nothing changed. Then when we decided to just try to stop using them to see what happens, prior to that, we only did it without a condom a couple times, and I had never had those issues again. Only happened when we tried to use them again. I know for a fact I've had allergic reaction to latex gloves and apparently the condoms too. I'm allergic to latex. They can make me dry out. They irritate me, but I don't get rashes. They just make me itch. I hate them. Birth control is toxic and almost killed me, and I don't want more children at the moment, so it's really my only option till I learn my cycle. I don't like them, but I wear them until I know it's safe. I'm always swollen after a few times because I hate latex condoms. Swollen and uncomfortable. Dry me out. The skin brand is pretty good. I hate condoms. I'm allergic to latex and the non-latex swells my vagina. Plus, I always seem to have a yeast infection when using them. This one says condoms are my best friend. So I'm 100% allergic to all condoms. I cannot use them at all. So if I do have sex, we both need to be tested before anything, and we have to be in a relationship because I can't risk having meaningless sex. Also, I hate the smell of condoms, and I hate that condoms take all the feeling away. Also, sex is my deepest way of connecting, so wearing or using a condom completely blocks me from connecting. I have to use latex free or she gets really irritated. Oh my God, yes, condoms always irritated me to the point of dryness. It usually goes away after a shower. I have to use latex-free condoms or they hurt me really bad. I cannot use condoms at all. I would be in the emergency room with a swollen vagina. I tried latex-free. I see people suggesting it. I don't use any protection because I've been having sex with the same person for the past 4 years and I get tested every 6 months to a year. No STDs, plus I know ways to protect myself spiritually. Yes, I hate the smell of condoms and they will definitely leave me with a swollen coochie. Also, itches and burns. Definitely allergic. All that, so we clinic before we touch. No risky sex for me. If I can be honest, I just don't like them. I feel like my vagina smells like burnt rubber afterwards. Allergic to latex. A lot of us are. Non-latex for me, please. They are unnatural. If you need them, you probably shouldn't be effing that person. I'm good either way. Condoms definitely used to irritate me. I would suggest getting the Flow app so you know when you're fertile and when you're not. Yes, condoms are my enemy. I have a severe allergy, but lambskin works way better than latex. Okay. And there's plenty more, but I'm not going to get into all of them because I know I have to go on with the video. But there are so many people having issues with condoms. I've already stated all of the harmful ingredients that are in condoms. They are cancer causing. They are womb destroying. They are vaginal wall impacting. And I don't advocate for condoms. Now, we are adults. I understand that things happen. I understand that there are certain situations where you just find yourself in strong chemistry with somebody. So I'm not in no way, shape, or form telling you to be out here having unprotected, unsafe sex. If you have to use them, just know that there's consequences. That's all I'm saying. I advocate for you to be having sex with someone you can trust, regular testing. If that person cannot go get tested with you, if you cannot trust that person, you should not be having sex with that person. That's my rule of thumb. I cannot understand why, again, I've said this before, but we take so much time to learn everything, every app, every which way, every new trend. We learn everything. Learn your body. Protect yourself. Be safe. Go get tested together so that you guys can see each other's results. Know who you're dealing with. If you cannot trust them, you should not be sexing them. If you cannot go get tested together, you should not be sexing them. That's just pretty much my take on it. Please just stop destroying the womb. Stop destroying your vaginal walls. What is the point anyway of having sex if you're not going to enjoy it? What is the point of giving someone access to your portal if you're going to leave that interaction feeling awful? That is just beyond me. I don't know why anyone wants to continue to have sex, to give their body to somebody and not enjoy the process. It just doesn't make any sense. Let's think about it. Just for the sake of having to please the partner, for the sake of having to please the man, which is important. He deserves to be pleasured, but you also deserve to feel comfortable and magical in that process too. How can you enjoy yourself when you are worried and thinking about in your mind how you smell, how you're going to feel afterwards? You're probably irritated. It's probably itching. It's probably burning. How can you climax that way? That's another question that I also asked a lot of women. Are you able to orgasm on condoms? Most of them said no. I'm not saying that all of them said no, but the majority of them said no. That is a problem. That is a problem. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But I gave my opinions. I gave the ingredients that are in them. I advocate to learn your cycle, learn when you ovulate. You only can get pregnant to 3 to 6 days out of the month. Get creative on those days that you're ovulating. You don't have to have intercourse. You could do other things to be pleasured. But learn your cycle. Learn when you're ovulating. Learn how to check for cervical mucus. Be patient with your partners. Get tested. And please be safe and know your partner. Know that you're in a trusted relationship. If not, then you're just going to have to deal with the horrible aftermath of those condoms. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for coming in, tuning in. I hope this was helpful. I wanted to really reach out about this subject because there was a person who basically made a comment and said that women are lying about being allergic, or women are lying about the irritations of condoms, and that they're just out here spreading diseases, trying to trap men, and all of these other different things. And I am just here to advocate for the women who do actually have very bad responses and reactions from these condoms, because I am also one of those people. And I know that these are womb destroying and very detrimental items that don't do us any good besides almost protect us from STDs. They're not 100%. And to protect us almost from pregnancy. Again, and then one thing, and let me address lambskin condoms do not protect you from STDs. Please know that. Read the box. It does not protect you from STDs. They protect you from pregnancy, but they don't protect from STDs. So just be careful if you're using lambskin. And also, the lambskin is not actually lambskin. The skin comes from the intestines of the lamb. So know that as well. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm so grateful for everybody who comes and, gets involved and asks questions and all of that good stuff. And I will see you guys for the next video. Please reach out to me at birthuhura@gmail.com if you have questions or a topic you would like me to talk about, or if you have a question that you want me to address. And I will see you guys for the next video. Peace and pregnancy deaths.